But I was crying so much. Actually saying that I'm loud and ratchet. And then his coworker walks in. The type of person that he is, I just couldn't picture him doing that anyway. The end of an era. I went through a mental breakdown because of a man. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Persia Arya. Thank you so much for dropping in. Hey. What's up, you guys? Okay, so I already know 110% that I'm gonna cry in this video. Like, if the math is mathing in my head, I'm gonna cry. So if you don't want to see me suffering, crying, and snotting, and eye boogers, teardrops running down my face, if you don't want to see all of that, I just recommend you leave. Not gonna lie, I know some of y'all really like watching me suffer. I don't know what it is. Yeah, if that's gonna make you uncomfy, you should probably just go right now. I literally have nothing to do. I literally just have tea to spill. This is gonna be giving the vibe that I just called you because I was having a mental breakdown. I'm gonna try not to like just sit in this one spot. I was thinking I'm gonna do like some laundry or something because I've been postponing so much stuff. This past weekend I was booked, busy, and I'm bothered. I was booked, busy, and bothered, actually. Why? Because the man's in the picture. Yup, it's always the man. Like, why do men always have to mess everything up? So let me catch you up to speed. Okay, rewind. The natural light is like going down, so it's probably gonna start looking a little bit ratchet. I'm so sorry, I should have done this earlier. I was literally just sitting up. It's okay, she was getting productive. I wasn't sitting doing nothing. I was like sitting and like planning my videos for the week. So let me just start off by saying like, I don't even know where to start with this. I've been Ew, I freaking hate talking about stuff like this. My man. Please don't tell this man that I be calling him my man because he's gonna be like, since what? No, I'm just kidding. We're probably gonna get up and do laundry or like clean something or do something. I don't really know. I feel like I should be doing something instead of just like sitting here.
Y'all say hi to Kodak. Kodak. That's why they call me Kodak. Why they call you Kodak? Say why they call you Kodak.
The thing I cannot wait to freaking do is leave this place so I don't have to share washing machines anymore. Yeah, so that clearly didn't work, so we're just gonna have to, you know, rough it and be ghetto. My room is a mess as per usual. Don't act brand new. I'm sorry.
Hey y'all, I just want to tell y'all something really quick before this starts. Y'all know in my life update videos I try not to edit that much. This one I had to edit a real lot. Not as far as like the, you know, silly and goofy stuff. Like, you know, it's still giving very much serious, but I did end up cutting out like a lot of this. Like, this video was 50 something minutes, and it's only because I literally suck at telling stories. As you're watching this, you're gonna see this wasn't giving, so I'm probably gonna have to like come in and out to like explain some stuff.
So anyways, let me get into this. Y'all, this is so nasty to me. Just so you guys know, like, I freaking hate like emotions. I hate being emotional. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's gross, and I'm just like, ugh. Especially over a male. You gonna tell me that? I'm emotional over a male species. It doesn't seem right. The only problems I should be having is that there's not enough money in my bank account. That should be the only issue I should be worried about as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so let's get into it. I met a man. Okay, I know. Yeah, okay, yeah. I was disappointed in myself too at first, you know. I've just been calling this guy my bestie. I've been calling him my friend. I'm like, okay, you're my friend, because I just feel like we're really tight. It was kind of funny, like, when we first met, like, to see how the same we were. Like, I felt like we are literally like twin flames. Like, we are so the same. Like, I don't know how small things we would have in common, and we'd be like, or little quirks that we would do. He'd be like, oh, you do that too? I'm like, yeah, I do that. You do that? He's like, yeah, I do that. It was just really weird to see like the stuff that we would have in common, and I just feel like we have really similar personalities, and it was just kind of like weird because I kind of like met him at the time like this situation was going on. Finishing up that situation is like when I met him, so I was like, I'm not about to get, you know, straight into another garbage. But look at where we are today. I wasn't thinking that anything was gonna come of it. Obviously, like I said, like I was not trying to be, you know, recycled, all that. I wasn't trying to go through all that again. He's actually in the military. Yeah, I know. Any girlies that be messing with military men, I know y'all are like SMHing at me. Y'all are SMHing at me right now. I know.
I'm not trying to say being in the military is bad. I'm not trying to say being with someone in the military is bad. It's just like, if you're a military wife, military husband, or whatever, you know stuff like this is gonna happen.
So this man is in the military. He told me that he was getting deployed to Africa this month, pretty much in March. In the back of my head, I was like, I don't really think I'm gonna know you for that much longer. So like, it doesn't really matter like why you told me this, you know? So I was like, okay, you know, whatever. Just living my hot girl life. Like, I didn't really care. But oh my freaking gosh. He said March or April, because first it was March, and then he was like maybe March or April because they hadn't told him yet. His whole situation was crazy. I was like, let me write a freaking letter to the general or whoever's running this show, because him and his other coworker, they were not on top of it. They were not on top of it. Like, he didn't find out when he was leaving until 2 weeks before he was leaving, and all his other people that are getting deployed to other places knew like months in advance. So that's just kind of weird. We were waiting for his date when he was going to be leaving, right? So he was like, I got my deployment date. It is March 26th. And I was like, because I was kind of like hoping it would be April, but nah, I was already hurt. I cried like so many times. He was not even gone yet, and I was like just crying at the thought of him not being here anymore. I get my stuff, I bounce, I dip. I would drive like 1 hour away. It's not really like super far. It's a little skirt away, you know what I'm saying? I helped him pack the rest of his stuff. Y'all, I got such bad stage fright around my friends and around like y'all with random freaking strangers in Walmart. I'm really like outgoing and just like happy-go-lucky, but I feel like sometimes I'm just really like shy because he had one of his coworkers there and then like one of his old man neighbors. First it was just us, and then he was like, oh, my coworker's gonna pull up and help me move the stuff in the truck. And I was like, okay. And then some freaking random old man from upstairs comes like to his apartment. I was like, what is going on? Like, who are you people? But I'm here thinking that it's The Walking Dead. I don't know. These could be zombies for all that I know. I literally was cleaning his, okay, that sounds so stereotypical. Okay, I was cleaning his house because he's moving out, obviously. So I was in there cleaning his freaking kitchen like a wife. I don't even know what this man was doing, because first he was sitting down. He was like, you don't have to like keep cleaning, like you could sit down, because I don't like want you to just like sit here and clean when I'm not even cleaning. And I was like, girl, I'm gonna clean. Like if there's one thing about me, I'm gonna clean. So I was cleaning, he was sitting down. He was like, oh, my coworker's here, I'm gonna go outside, pull up the truck, because him and I went to go pick up the U-Haul, right? His coworker came through and I was like, oh my gosh, this man that I'm talking about, he kind of like is a little bit more antisocial than me. I feel like I'm antisocial, but like I feel like I could be the best of both worlds. But this man is just like straight up antisocial. Like he does not care about anybody. I kept on being like, oh, your friend, your homeboy. He's like, no, this ain't my friend, this ain't my homeboy. I don't even mess with him like that. So he did not bother to freaking introduce me to him or introduce him to me. So he was just like there. The type of person that he is, I just couldn't picture him doing that anyway. He does not like people, which is kind of like me. I like people, but I don't like people. It's honestly, me and people have a very complicated relationship. I was cleaning his kitchen and then his coworker walks into his freaking apartment and I was like nervous, and I don't know if his coworker like saw me, so I just kind of like snuck back into his room and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just chill here for a second. And then I hear like an old man voice, an old white man, and I was like, what is going on right now? Like, what was it, a party? Like I thought they was moving. What is going on? Why do I hear so many voices? I don't even remember why I came out. Oh no, my man. I'm just gonna keep saying my man. So he came in and I heard him say, he was like, where's Persia? And I was like, not him saying my name. Say my name, say my name. I just like saw him come in. He was like, what are you doing? I was like, I got stage fright. I went out and saw that my man wasn't there. He was like outside doing Lord knows what. And it was just like his coworker, his neighbor, sitting and staring at me. And I was like, where did he go? His neighbor was like, oh, I think he went outside. And I was like, oh, okay. Sometimes I'm really good at like talking to people, but sometimes I'm just like,
I'm gonna quickly tell that story again to where it's like actually understandable. I'm cleaning his kitchen, his coworker comes in, they start moving stuff. I got nervous, so then I went to my man's room, was hearing voices. I didn't know that the neighbor was freaking coming. Neighbor came. I was hearing all of their voices. I hear the door open and close. I'm like, okay, nice, they're outside. It's either just my man that's in here or nobody's in there. So I think the coast is clear. I go out. The coast was not clear. Literally, it was the neighbor and the freaking coworker. And I was like, literally, my man was the only one who went outside. That's when the awkward stuff happened. I asked where he was. Neighbor was like, he's outside. And I was like, yeah, so I'm going to take my behind right back in his room, sit back down, and just think about how I embarrassed myself. Yeah.
So then I went back in, and then that's when I heard him be like, where's Persia? And then he came back. He's like, what are you doing back here? And then this man had the audacity to say, oh yeah, I was looking around. I was like, huh, it seems quiet. Where's Persia? Excuse me. Not you saying that I'm loud and ratchet. And I was sitting beside his side for the whole freaking time because I was so scared. I don't think the coworker ever addressed me like, since they're not really friends, I don't really think, I don't know. Is that getting weird? Y'all tell me, is that getting weird still? Should he have been like, hello, nice to meet you. My name is so-and-so. Like, should he have done that? Was he wrong for that? Should I have an attitude with him? But I guess as far as that goes, like, I didn't introduce myself either. Old man was talking to me. He was like super chill. He bought like a whole bunch of furniture off him. He was like, oh, how much do you want for this? Like, it was a yard sale. He was like, I guess you can buy it. He bought his bed frame and his nightstand. My man came back and told me, he literally just said, I'll buy this bed frame off of you. He was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I got it for like $70. So I guess $70. He was like, I'll give you 100. And he was like, I mean, sure, I guess, okay. This man really upsold. He was like, I'll give you $100 for it. Maybe he got it like that. Coworker left, neighbor left, him and I drove another hour away, even further away, to put his stuff in the storage that he got. I almost tripped, broke my freaking ankle. So girl, I was all like, so much of the time I was like in thought, I was like, bro, this is the last day, bro, this is the last day. It kept on like being in the back of my head. I was like, this is gonna be the last day, this is gonna be the last day. Once I say bye to him, that's me saying bye to him. Maybe I sound over dramatic, but that's a long time for me. Every time I told him, I was like, bro, that's like pretty much forever. He's like, it's just 6 months, it's just 6 months. Like, what do you mean it's just 6 months? Like, no, bro, no, that's a long time. That's half a freaking year. He's gonna be gone till November. He was being like so unserious the whole time. Like, he was being silly and goofy. He's so like just himself, kind of like me, just like silly and goofy. Like when I tell y'all this boy is like my freaking carbon copy, I don't know, I really don't know. It's giving, but it's not giving, but it's giving, but it's not giving, because like I don't really know if I want somebody too much like me, because I ain't perfect. I want somebody who's perfect. No, I'm just kidding. Brown me, girl, you perfect. But he was being silly and goofy. He's not really like super sentimental, but he was like, yeah, you're definitely the sentimental one. I was like, we finished packing his stuff in the storage. He started closing the door. I was like, you didn't even say bye to it. Like, say a final goodbye to it. He was like, what? He was so flabbergasted that I was telling him to say goodbye to an inanimate object. So like at the end of the night, and I just knew it was coming. I just knew it was coming. He knows I don't like driving in the dark. He was like, do you want to start driving before it gets dark? And I was like, sorry, I just thought I'd get a little bit more up close and personal with y'all, because I was just sitting down because we went to go get food and all that, and then we came back and like we were just sitting down, and I knew it was coming, you know. He was being silly and goofy. Well, I was literally like in deep thought. I'm always being silly and goofy. Like I feel like I'm the more silly and goofy one. Like yes, he's silly and goofy, but like I'm way more silly and goofy. Like if it's a competition, I'm definitely the winner. Like I'm definitely first place always. But he was like, do you want to go home before it gets dark? And I was just like, I don't even really care. Yes, I like to leave before like the sun starts setting, because I literally am so scared of driving in the dark. In the dark and in the rain, I'm so scared of driving. But honestly, at that point, I was like, I'd rather not. And he was like, come here. He hugged me and he like picked me up, because like he has to pick me up. This man's like 6 something. I'm only 5'2", so like it felt like so unserious. Like it felt so unreal. Like I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, it felt so surreal. I don't know. It's like, bro, are you serious? So this is like gonna be it, you know? There was something I had said earlier, because I was mopping his laundry room, and y'all just saw firsthand, like I always wanted my own freaking laundry room. I freaking hate this laundry room. So I would always be like, oh my gosh, your laundry room, your laundry room. And then when I mopped out his laundry room, it was all empty, and I was like, wow, the end of an era. Because the end of the laundry room era. After he put me down and we were like walking out of his apartment, he was like, what did you say earlier? The end of an era. And I was like, why would you use my words against me like that? So yeah, this is where like it gets so ugly. I was being so nasty with the boogers and the tears, and yeah. So we went out to my freaking car. I don't know why, I just had like an emotional freaking breakdown in that moment, because he went to hug me again and I would like not let go of him. Like I did not let go of him. I was like, no. I was literally just sitting here crying. Now look at my dog. Trying to make me feel better. Thank you, Sparkle. Okay, that's enough. That's enough saliva. Thank you, baby. Sorry, I just had to have a crying session. My baby, she made me feel better. She wiped my tears for me. Sorry, I didn't want to be like disgusting on camera. Y'all should have seen me that night. Like when he left, I told him, I was like, I'm probably gonna cry. Like no, I was like, I know I'm gonna cry. Like I know for sure I'm gonna cry. Girl, I get it. She's like, no, be happy. Yo, every time I'm sad, this is what my dog do. She all up in my face, all up in my business. I love you. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Whoa, girl, you're looking a little scary. Don't make that face. I can even cry in peace. That night was really hard for me. I like started crying like when I was hugging him. I knew that he was gonna be like the one that's like, bro, pull yourself together. I like that he's more stronger, like emotionally stronger, because if you know, you know, I am a very emotional gal. I'm very, very, very emotional. I don't know why. I don't want somebody else who's like really emotional. I'm glad that he's like more put together. He was like reminding me, he's like, it's just 6 months. And I was like, that does not make me feel better at all. But I was crying so much. I didn't want him to like see me crying. Literally, as soon as I stopped hugging him, I turned away from him so he couldn't see my face. He was like, tell me when you get home. What I thought I said, I was like, yeah. And he was like, I didn't hear you. Like I didn't hear a yes. And I was like, with attitude, I was like, yes, bro, like yes. I went into that car and I cried so freaking hard. For a second, I was just like sitting there crying so hard. Like I was tears coming down my face, boogers out my nose, couldn't breathe. It was one of those cries. It was the ugly cry. I was trying not to cry like a lot. Like I didn't want to just like let out like a whole cry. I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna wait till I get home and like get in my bed and cry. I was trying to go home. I thought I was gonna get pulled over because I was swerving too much, or because I ran a red light, or freaking something, because I couldn't see with the tears in my eyes. I could not see anything. I couldn't hear anything. You know how like when you cry, like your head feels like muffly? Like that's how it felt. My chest was like hurting. Y'all, it's gross. It's like a lover girl syndrome or something. It was so bad. I was trying to put on my happy music. I didn't put on sad music. No, I was up in the car like listening to Sexy Red. Like bro, I could not pull myself together. Like I was trying so hard to pull myself together, but like I kept on crying, and I was like, bro, like no, this is not okay. Honestly, I didn't even cry that bad. Like I thought I was gonna cry like a lot. I don't even know if y'all could tell that I cried, but I was like, well, let me turn it off, because I thought I was gonna do like another ugly cry and I don't want y'all to like see that. But my dog, she came and made me feel better. But she left me now. She was like, girl, I've had enough of your shenanigans. I'm here thinking she's trying to love me, give me love and support. She's like, so it's looking like my bowl is a little bit light, and I was just wondering if you were gonna do something about that. Yeah, that's just like a little mini update. I went through a mental breakdown because of a man again after I said I wouldn't. That's it for now. I just want to see like a little update. That's it. But I'm probably gonna cry more after this. Yeah. But anyways, thank y'all for listening. If you watch this video, thank you so much. It always means a lot when y'all just watch like the life update type, me talking about life videos, because these literally are not entertaining at all, or like these have like no purpose. It's literally just me and my life. So when you guys watch these types of videos, it makes me feel so good. It makes me actually feel so connected with you guys. I feel like you actually like my bestie, because we're Latin, we're besties. What are you talking about? Like, but I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Okay, bye guys. My life is a movie directed by